In 1984, if you had around $200 to blow, well, you could definitely spend it on this radio. This radio sold anywhere from $166 to $229, depends on where in the world you're at, dictated the price on this radio. This radio I demonstrated or showed in a earlier video probably about 3+ years ago. This radio I received as a gift from Don. I'm a junk collector, and it was one of his personal favorites, and he gifted it to me, and it sat for some time until I actually had time to get around to working on it and fix it up, and that's exactly what I did. I went through and cleaned up all the controls. This thing barely worked out of one speaker, no volume control on that side, switches all filthy and dirty. Got it all cleaned up and playing nice. I went through and I replaced every single electrolytic capacitor in this radio. I don't remember the exact count because that was quite some time ago, and I think it's somewhere around 100 capacitors or thereabout that I changed. This radio is a JVC RC-W3. Any guess what the JVC stands for? Go ahead, I'll wait for you. You're wrong. It does not stand for Japan Victor Corporation. It stands for Jack's Vintage Crap, and that's what this is. I'm going to start using that. Jack's Vintage Crap. I think it's kind of cool. Radio, as you see, sports really cool 1980s graphics, and the silk screening is all intact on this radio, top and bottom. Case wise, it's in really good condition. Double deck. It's 4-band, as you see here. It's AM, FM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and shortwave 1 covers 2.3 through 7 megs, and shortwave 2 covers 7.0 megs through 22 megs. I will say this about shortwave on this radio: it sucks. There's shortwave on it's no good. I did calibrate it per the manufacturer's schematic service manual, and it really didn't help shortwave any. A lot of birdies, a lot of noise, so I won't even go into it and waste your time. Radio has 2 5-inch speakers, and I think they're rated at 5 watts. I'll have to confirm, and I'll put that on the screen. It's not exactly soft eject, but it's not hard. Somewhere kind of in the middle. Fake tweeters. Nice big handle. And a really nice long rod. It'd be fantastic for shortwave if it worked properly. On the top here, we have our on-off control, headphones, stereo headphones, volume control, tone control, our assorted keys for both tape decks, and then our monitor source, auxiliary radio and tape, and then our record source, which is built-in microphone, auxiliary radio, and dubbing/mic, our tape speed for high speed or normal recording, and then continuous play A through B. And then we have a stereo mic input, and we have a mic gain here, which is kind of neat, kind of nice. Over here we have our band selector switch. First one is stereo, FM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2, and then AM. And then this control right here, that's for fine tune for shortwave. So that's kind of cool. If only shortwave worked properly. On the side here we have our auxiliary input ports, and this is AC, DC, DC. So this is for our DC wall wart, our AC, and then our beat cut. And then this here is to change the voltage. So very versatile. On the back we have our port for our batteries. And then of course the tag on that. And here's a close-up of the tag on the back. When I received this radio, it had a piece rattling around inside. Once I got it tore apart, I found that it was a part for this tape deck. This tape deck right now is inoperable because that piece that is floating around in there broke off and it no longer ejects. It does use two separate motors for each deck, one for each deck, and they are Senkyo motors on both sides. I did put a new belt on this side, and I might have put a new belt on this side as well. I did go through and clean up and lubricate everything and demagnetize and calibrated it so we're right on frequency. And I think the wow and flutter on it was about where it should be per specs. I don't remember. It's been some time since I've worked on this radio. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and go through AM and FM. Again, we're going to bypass shortwave. There's nothing there. It's all electrical noise. AM is okay. FM is where this radio really shines. It has a fantastic, phenomenal reception on FM. Once we go to FM, because it is commercial, we will not be able to sit on any one song for too long, and then we'll wind out listening to the tape. So now we'll go ahead and let me bump you in closer so we can look at this. Alright, I do believe I got you in there. As you see, I'm back in my kitchen again, so I don't have my monitor, so I can monitor things. I need to bring in my field monitor and hook that up so I could see a little bit better where the camera's pointed. And still need to get my lighting figured out, but for now this works. Let's go ahead and hit power. And as you saw, we had a couple LEDs there, and on this side we have our dubbing light and our FM stereo light. Of course, dubbing is not going to work because tape deck don't work. Go ahead and put this on radio. Figure out the combination. And another reason I need to bring my field monitor in is because a lot of the radios, the tuning control is on the side, which I forgot to show you. A nice round knob with an indent in it, and it's really comfortable to change frequencies. So my arm on this radio is going to be draped over, and as you see, it is affecting the AM receive there.
Let's get real. Some of you on these Zoom meetings are as drunk as spring breakers. Yes, it is always 5 p.m. somewhere in the world, says Joan from accounting. But if you've got to get out there for an adult...
in the city. It looks like Joe Biden may be down to 2 vice presidential candidates. Brian Shook reports.
His confidants told the website Axios they believe the two are Senator Kamala Harris of California and former UN Ambassador Susan Rice. Biden has been came over to pick the ball up.
chapter 20, verse 10, is in fact at the second coming of Christ, as I think, and as most amillennials would say, then it's telling us that the beast and the false prophet and
Dr. Newell says that's all the more reason to touch base with health officials if you do get a positive diagnosis. Jennifer Hodges, KCBS.
Well, you can't track the spread of COVID-19 without diligent
Michael Costello. About to talk on Capitol Hill. How much action, though, toward a big pandemic relief bill? At stake, expanded unemployment benefits, eviction protection, help for schools, small businesses. We'll be spending time on that this morning, as well as what's happening over at the White House. Well, Your Excellency, August 4th, 2004. A very, very important day in your life, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I was
About a return to classrooms.
The death toll from a massive warehouse explosion in Beirut has reached at least 135, with more than 250,000 people out of their homes.
And why the spike in sales of above-ground swimming pools this summer does not sit well with the non-swimmers.
There's less entertainment this summer, and people have more free time on their hands, and are...
About the Celtics, and what's up with the Celtics? Why do they get a pass when they look like garbage and lose to the Brooklyn Nets? Not lose to the, I'm sorry, they destroyed the Brooklyn Nets last night.
After November 3rd, if it comes down to Nevada, which it could very well, I don't think so. I don't think it's the books.
¿Dónde estamos quedando los padres?
Long term with COVID, I mean, to me, if it's too lofty to have the...
That's what you get on shortwave.
Thousands of people shipping food and other aid to a southern city locked down under coronavirus worries. And we are teasing out of the data the assessment that the Super Beach Chews. Get your Super Beach.
All right, that was AM. Not very impressive. Let's go ahead and go to FM. This is where the magic happens. So we're right here, and we're going to swing this way.
दरस प्यासा नानक ताक बाले बाले जासा सगल पुरख में है पुरख प्रधान सार जाका मिटे अभिमान आपस का जो जाने नीचा सोगा हरे हरे नाम तेने कहा
our offense is going to score runs, and if we can keep it close and
Pronto esta situación podría empeorar.
de crisis más comunes que tenemos.
And since
weapon that had obliterated 2/3 of Hiroshima.
it is an atomic...
As you see, not too bad at all. Let's go ahead and check out the tape. The tape is noisy and playback. When you record off of this side, it also has a heavy noise floor. But when you record off the radio, you're good. Not a problem. Now this is U2 approved music. I got it off of YouTube, so we should be good. You hear the noise from the tape deck. Not bad at all. And my early conversation with Don, once he gave this to me, he made a passing comment that he used to listen to this radio all the time. It was one of his favorite radios, and said that he would miss it, but glad it would go to somebody who could hopefully get it up and running. Well, I did sort of that, got it up and running. Oh, one other thing I did also is on the amplifier, it does have a heat sink, and I went ahead and cleaned up all the duck butter, and I put new duck butter on there, so that should be good to go as well. Well, I knew at that time that when Don made that comment that it was one of his favorite radios, and he was a little saddened by it. I knew right then and there I wasn't going to keep the radio, that I was going to go ahead and get it up and running the best of my abilities and give it back to Don. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I slated this video to be published on the day that Don is supposed to receive this item in the mail. So hopefully when he gets it, he will notice that there's a video on it. Don, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you continue on making happy memories with the radio. Anyway, that will conclude this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's extremely late, and that's why I sound extremely tired, because I am. So I'm going to wrap this video up and go slant 7. We'll catch you guys later in the next video. Thanks for watching.